Good afternoon, everyone. BBC Breakfast talking about potential for food shortages. The odds are 12 to 1. Stepping back December 2018, new calorie limit. What? UK also drafting legislation, calories per meal. Olympic kangaroo hopping over the fence in the deep snow in Australia. And are we passing through the Galactic cross? Perhaps there are messages around us, but it seems apropos as the magnetic field on our planet weakens. And how prepared are you for non-deliveries into your supermarkets due to credit freezes or other kind of natural disasters? My Patriot Supply, 2-week grab-and-go food crate, or the 4-week food supply. The link's in the description box below so you can give yourself peace of mind. With all the talk of Brexit, well, we're going to slide right over into the Grand Solar Minimum / magnetic pole reversal. BBC Breakfast talking about the potential for food shortages and the mechanisms in place to avoid it. This is all about the UK giving 12 to 1 odds of food rationing being officially announced this year, 2019. And I thought that was really interesting. They're even talking within a 2-month time frame, which if the financial system comes unwound, that would explain these gargantuan changes forecast for gold and cryptocurrencies. But as I was looking into that story, Christmas Day 2018 revealed the new calorie limits on every common food to reduce obesity. I mean, scratch that. Have enough food for everybody in the country because of supply disruptions. We could just change the last 2 words. Detailed cap for ready meals, meaning the suggested limit of 554 calories is far below many of these ready meals that are sold today that are around 2,000 or 2,200 calories. That is 3/4 less. And this is what they're trying to put out as the standard. It's either for conditioning of your brain to get used to less or coming down to straight up say you're going to have to cut your consumption 3/4. Whatever's happening, it's very strange that all this is occurring in the same year that we're coming now into reductions in American agriculture as well as Chinese agriculture. Over here, Grand Solar Minimum, a problem for society. This climate change is making some homes uninsurable. And it all tapers right into the bankruptcies in the farming industry, not availability for insurance because they can't pay out anymore because there's so many claims. At what point do we roll over in the society where there's no financial stability due to our sun turning our climate so ferocious that we as Homo sapiens on this planet cannot keep our societies intact? And Ned Nikolov here, I think we're heading toward a prolonged 50 to 70 year period of cooling. The greenhouse theory of climate change will be shelved in the Museum of Irreproachable Science Results. So with global temperatures cooling, you just wonder how they're going to switch the narrative because there's more than myself thinking about this thing going forward with the narrative switch. Are we passing the Galactic cross? Is something really tremendous upon our doorstep here? And that's why governments are behaving the way they are with reckless spending and just the way they're driving our societies and cultures into the ground. I mean, you look through some of these older cathedrals and you start to see if you invert these images, some of the same iconography. Perhaps it's a hidden message that just needs to be decoded. You just have to mirror it to see it clearly. Jumping down to Australia, Antarctic front. One of my favorites is this video that's been circulating around Twitter. A little bit south and west of Sydney, kangaroos bouncing around in the snow. And I thought, wow, those things are agile. There's far more than this in the video. There's another probably 4 times that many kangaroos scooting along through the fence. And then I saw this one Olympic kangaroo bound over that fence like, what? That thing jumped a good 10, 12 feet into the air. Hope it didn't slip on the snow and ice that hasn't been seen for decades across so many locations. And this whole, it's the heating oceans, it's the warming oceans causing more snowfall. Yeah, well, why did it take 2 decades before there was enough heating in the ocean to make it snow again? That is a cycle for me. If it hasn't snowed in decades and it snows again, that's a cycle, not warming oceans. But if you take a look at the cosmic ray density and then Heinrich Svenssmark's work to get that correlation of more cosmic rays equals more clouds, more snowfall and more rain and hail, especially when these cloud layers bunch on each other as jet streams move out of flow and the amount of cloud cover doubles in certain areas, you're going to get unusual weather. I talk about some of the narrative switches in my presentation. Winter is coming. The link's in the description box below. 112 slides with 1 hour and 5-minute audio to go with it to walk you through the deception, the narrative, and what the plan is as we see it rolling out with timelines from here to 2030. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video, and I will see you next time.